We're standing in front of Imagine Cinemas in Toronto, one of 30 theaters across the globe, premiering the film Vitalik, an Ethereum story. The film's production was funded through an NFT crowdfund campaign called Ethereum, the Infinite Garden. Purchasers of the Bloom NFT were granted access to the Infinite token, which gave them a film credit for the production. We're here today to speak to fans of Ethereum and Vitalik to understand their thoughts and feelings about the film. So, what brings you to the screening today?
I'm just a big fan of Ethereum, and it's a lot about the merge. I've been following this movie for a while because it's been funded by a DAO, so they've been pretty open about what they're doing, so and where they've been filming. So
Yep. So we've got Vitalik's family here, and we're really excited to celebrate the premiere of the film. Looking forward to what's to come. Anything you all would like to say?
Yeah, sure. I mean, it's Ethereum started here in Toronto, and actually, as we were driving here, my mom was remembering that Vitalik's high school was very close by, on the other side of on College Street, right? So we're excited. It's and this documentary has been, I think, 3 years in the making, and I participated in it for a bit, and so I'm kind of looking forward to seeing all of that. And it's also interesting that originally it was about Ethereum, but then they decided to make it more personal about Vitalik, right? And that's cool. And at the end of the day, Ethereum is not about Vitalik. Ethereum is so many people. It's a huge community, so many people working together. But obviously, it started because of Vitalik, right? Vitalik was a very important aspect, part of Ethereum, and it still is. And I think that's it's a big testament also to his persistence, right? Because I'm sure you've seen so many crypto projects, boom and bust, right? And Ethereum has not been that way. It's been many years in the making through so many dead ends and detours and problems and whatnot, and it's going strong. And I think that it's we're going to see in the next 10 years it will be so much more. And the world might actually not even know about Ethereum, but it will be running in the background of so many aspects of our society. So it's exciting for us to be here, and I'm really also happy that my parents got to see that, because we came from Soviet Union, and I've been living here in Toronto for 25 years. I've been living here for 13 years, right? And Canada has been a nice welcoming place for all of us, and it became this foundation for the start of Ethereum. So cool stuff, yeah.
I'm Natalia Amelin, also known as Vitalik's mother. I'm here for the premiere of the movie. Very excited about it, and looking forward to kind of relive the moments of history of Ethereum. It's very exciting because it was, one first movie that was crowded by the community. I think it's amazing way to fundraise. So I'm very excited that community came together, and because of that, people around the world have access to see the story of Ethereum, not just here, but in other countries.
Yeah, there's 30 screenings tonight premiering around the world, so very exciting for you and the family.
I like crypto space. I work in it, and some friends had some extra tickets, so I thought I would come out.
Do you have any expectations or knowledge about what the film's about? Anything you've
I watched the trailer. It looked fine. I've read and I've been around the space for a lot of time, so totally a fan. Obviously read a lot of his works and use Ethereum a lot. So, yeah, fan.
I think the initial reaction was I loved that I got to see a very personal side of Vitalik. I think most of the time we see him giving lectures at conferences or giving interviews, it's always about the tech, which is awesome, of course, but just to see his journey from the start, his family, his dad, where he was born, and then where he grew up and where all these ideals came from. I can see, with the history of Russia, obviously, that made him have certain ideals that drives him till this very day. So I love that personal side of it, and I think the film director and the producers did a great job.
My name's Malcolm, and I love the film. It was great getting to see Vitalik behind the scenes. It's funny, being in Ethereum since 2020, he has actually taken a step backwards, and you get to see different parts of the Ethereum community. But it was nice actually getting the full story from his point of view.
Were there any particular favorite parts of the film or favorite themes that stood out for you?
The merge was my favorite part by far. The whole analogy with changing the engine of a car while it's driving, that's going to stick with me for a while. It was, from a user perspective, it felt like no change at all, but the amount of effort that went into it was looked amazing.
Has the film changed your views about crypto in any way, and if so, how so?
Really hasn't. I was bullish before going in, and I'm staying bullish coming out.
What, if anything, will you be doing differently now that you've seen the film?
I think going in Ethereum and building an EVM was pretty much my sole focus, and it'll stay that way.
Was there any particular favorite part of the film or theme that really spoke to you?
I think the theme of like looking through these different things happening globally, plus like his own experiences playing into design decisions, was something that I could relate to and was like a really interesting part to see.
Has the film changed your view about crypto in any way, and if so, how so?
I don't think so. I always kind of thought of it as this like evolving machine, where you kind of have a free market and sometimes there's bubbles and those bubbles pop. But at the end of the day, the things that are built to last and are worthwhile will continue to be.